Okay, we're going to go with start with the second part of this book. The Power of an Empath and Natural Healer for Beginners. Section 1, What is an empath? Let's talk about the definition of the word empath. The meaning of empath is a person with the ability to apprehend, take on, and reflect the mental or emotional state of another individual. It also includes the ability to heal. An empath can also be described as someone who feels the feelings of others and takes on the emotions and feelings of those around them. A highly sensitive person. That is me. You may also have the feeling of knowing and intuition, sensing events before they happen, and a strong and certain gut feeling when something doesn't feel right. Empaths have an extremely reactive neurological system and don't possess the same filters that other people do to block out stimulation. Some call it a blessing, some call it a curse. It's a little bit, I won't call it a curse, it's definitely a blessing. Below, you will find a list of questions to ask yourself, and if you answer yes to many or all of these questions, you are indeed an empath. Well, let's do this little test on myself, shall we? Okay. Even though I know I am, that's the reason why I bought the book, The Melanin Empath, because, well, I am a melanin empath. Okay. Do you find it hard to be around large groups of people? Not really. Maybe for an extended period of time, but I'm ready to go, so I guess that will be a yes. Do you sense things before they happen often? Are you able to identify when someone is lying? Absolutely. Are you affected by the actions of others on a very emotional level? Definitely. Do you have frequent stomach aches and migraines? No, not really. Mm, so far for Jade, that's a yes to all. Sounds a little bit like Asperger's or autism, which is what I've been saying. Earth angels, but we're going. I deflect. Anyway, let's get back to the point. When you are around cell phones, computers, etc., do they malfunction? Kind of they do. Do you feel waves of energies, be they positive or negative, when you walk into a room? Yes, I do. Are you often exhausted after a simple trip to the grocery store? Sometimes I thought it was because I was gaining a little weight, but who knows? So this is a possible yes. Well, no, I'm not gonna take that one. Is it hard to almost is it hard and almost unbearable for you to watch violence of any kind? Movies, real life, etc. Absolutely. I won't do it. Do you avoid or find it difficult to watch the news and sad media images? Avoid it at all costs. Do you take on the personalities of those around you? I kind of feel them even when they're fake. Not necessarily take them on. Well, accents sometimes. I just kind of pick them up. Whatever. Anyway, are you often the receptacle of other people's problems, fears, and insecurities? Yeah. Do smells and sounds have an effect on you? Are you someone that needs a lot of alone time to refresh and recharge? Yes. How often do I say that I have to get to the water to reset? Absolutely. That's a definite yes for Jaden. Do you often see other do you often see yourself repulsed by selfish people and narcissists? Absolutely. Yet I attract them. Why? Maybe because I'm a healer. Anyway, do you have a need for the truth and can't stand even a hint of inauthenticity? Yeah. Do you have frequent mood swings? Depends. Not really. I'm pretty stable with my moods. Well, it depends on the energy. I know how to control it though. Do you have a very realistic and intense dreams? Oh gosh, multiple very realistic and intense dreams a night. So that's a definite yes. Check, check, and check. Do you sense prior events, past actions, or emotions when you walk into a room or walk past a building or area. Yeah, and that's definitely yes for Jaden. That's like, wow. Okay. If you answered yes to most or all of these questions, then you are an empath and you are now on a journey to enlightenment and self discovery. Yeah, I've been on it for quite a while, a few years. For many, they experienced this beginning in their childhood. Sure did try to pray it away. Having an idea why they were having no idea why they were feeling the emotions they experienced. For others, it might be later in life. Well, that was activated by my DM, but you can't go there anyway. It can be overwhelming and challenging to understand what's happening and to embrace the awakening and change beginning within you. Still, there are benefits to realizing who you are and why you feel the things that you feel. Empaths are natural healers and easy to befriend in a world full of sharks and monsters. Yes, I've been saying, especially lately, I was sent out as sheep amongst wolves. This world can be an ugly place, and healers such as empaths bring comfort and light into dark places. Do you find yourself very good at massages? Huh? Mm. And have a natural ability to heal someone or make them feel better. mm, mm, mm. Be it by listening to them or laying hands on them. Boy, I tell you, flashback of my life. All right, wow. Both are possible as an empath. You feel everything emotionally. And with that ability, you can see through the pain and the layers of denial on top and get to the source to fix or heal the problem. That's why I'm always trying to fix people. Oh, I try not to do it, but I can't help it. There are different types of empaths. Let's name and discuss the significance of each one. Just reading the bullet points, looks like I'm pretty much all of them. We'll see though. Emotional empath. Pick up on other people's emotions and can become a sponge for those feelings. Absolutely, yes. Physical empaths are truly in step with other people's emotions and physical state. Also can absorb them into their body. Yes. Why am I always knowing people pregnant? Because I pick up on their darn pregnancy symptoms, and then I start gaining weight. Why? I don't know. Anyway, intuitive empath experience extraordinary perceptions such as heightened intuition, yes, messages in dreams, telepathy, absolutely, animal and plant communication, as well as contact with the other side. Yes, there are several types of intuitive empaths. One, earth empaths are in tune with the changes of the weather, planet, and solar system. Absolutely, for me, definitely. Telepathic empath, yep. Receive intuitive information about others in present times. That's a definite. Dream empaths. Oh yes, we know this has been a constant since probably birth, but definitely since I was a young child. Multiple times a night, have vivid dreams and receive information from those dreams that provide guidance to those around them, those that may not know, and to their own lives. Animal empath. Oh, I keep getting that brought to me, but I'm not sure. But it would explain the birds that are around, especially this one right now, eating out of my bird feed, and the cats and the dogs. So maybe so. I don't know. Anyway, can understand, tune in, and communicate with animals. So we'll check that out next time I go to the zoo. Plant empaths. I don't think so. Not for me. I don't have a green thumb. I have a brown thumb, but we shall see. Toy is an animal empath, that's for sure. Can feel the needs of plants and connect with them. Maybe there's something I'm about to pick up. Hopefully I can, because all the green plants turn brown with me. Precognitive empaths have precognitive visions of the future, whether dreaming or awake. Yeah, that's a definite. Mediumship empaths. Ooh. Tried to pray it away. And I think I did, but it's definitely coming back. Try to pray it away when I was younger. They used to scare the mess out of me. Can access beings on the other side, but it's definitely coming back. All right. Granted, many people in the world don't believe in these sorts of things, such as power, energy, or even magic. But to go forward, to truly understand who you are, you must believe. If you're a person that laughs these sorts of beliefs off, then you won't be able to embrace and strengthen your abilities. You will be confused by mood swings and emotions. Uh, You will stay in a form of blindness and darkness, never fully understanding or reaching your true potential. When it comes to discussing those who may not believe in these sorts of things, it is straightforward to find these types of people all around you, in turn making it difficult to find someone to share your emotions and concerns with on this subject. Believe me, some of these things you experience as an empath aren't something you can broadcast on an everyday basis to certain people. That is true. They may think you need help, laugh at you, call you sensitive or dramatic, or even may think you need to be locked away. Okay. When presenting information, I've learned it helps to be incredibly honest. And for empaths and those alike, this can be an unfortunate reality if you don't learn more and learn what and who to keep in your personal space. Yep. Sometimes that's family and so called friends. Anyway, when you deal with limited and negative minds and people who don't believe you or understand what you go through, it can cause you to suppress your gifts and even make you feel as if you are actually crazy or just hearing things. Empaths truly care about others' feelings and resent lying and pretending of any kind. Phony behaviors tend to turn an empath completely off. They tend to be very honest and can be a tad rough with the truth. But that is only because any hint of fakeness or being around an inauthentic personality really will bother their soul. That ain't something I always say. You bother my spirit, you bother my soul. And inner self. They tell it like it is very often. Now, of course, everyone has told a lie or hasn't been completely honest about a situation, be it in childhood or as an adult. But empaths can see through it and usually based completely off of energy of the person they are speaking to and the body language and strong sense of intuition. That is so true. I have learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Maya Angelou. All right. A wonderful quote that often crosses my mind. This is exceptionally true. This is why people say another often quoted line: first impressions are everything. That is true. Because after meeting someone, you normally remember and feel more about how they made you feel and less about what they were wearing or doing. Feelings are everything, yes, and so is emotion. They are what drives humanity's behaviors. We, as empaths, feel these emotions very strongly. We have a heightened sense of feeling and of how someone's made us feel. And based on that, we can determine if we want to be around them or not. For empaths, it's literally for the sake of their health and mental stability that they are careful who they are around. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, and I've been eyeing this since I turned the page. This is a very, very, very dear thing to me, and I have to constantly explain the difference. Hopefully, she explains this correctly because it's hard. Because people, the difference between an empath and empathy. Yes. The difference of, the definition of Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. I can understand the similarity of the word empathy and its meaning, but there are distinct differences between it and the word empath. Anyone can have empathy, even though not everyone does. Anyone can sympathize with a situation without having any emotional attachment to it. They'll mouth the words of comfort and it may seem as if they genuinely want to help, but it doesn't go beyond it. Others feel absolutely nothing when told of a shocking event. Everyone is different. Yes, there is a difference from feeling empathy for someone and understanding what they're going through and actually feeling what they're going through. Empath, empathy, feeling for and actually feeling. Empath actually feels, empath feels for, understands, sympathizes for. Empath feels. There is a difference. Okay, back to the book. Anyone can understand that someone may be going through a tough situation and metamorphically place themselves in their shoes, but only to that extent. So we've established that empathy is something anyone can feel and exhibit, but being an empath is something more in depth. And the two are often confused with one another. Yes, they are, and I have to continually explain it, but I don't mind explaining it. An empath not only understand what someone is going through, an empath not only understand what someone is going through, but becomes emotionally invested in the person's problems, feelings, and emotions. Yes, 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 yes. And stated above, an empath has the ability to apprehend feelings and literally take on what another person is feeling, meaning they actually can feel sick if someone around them is, or feel sad if someone around them is. Genuine feelings, not just feeling the same energy, not just feeling the same energy someone else is feeling because they're in the same room. It is much more than that. Empaths also have the ability to manipulate emotions to their benefit or to the benefit of others. They may sound bad, but it's not. No, excuse me. That may sound bad, but it's not. Being an empath comes with the advantage of being able to turn negative energy, regardless of the size, into something positive. They can literally absorb negative energy from a person and they'll end up leaving the area or conversation feeling much lighter. That is so true. So you have to learn how to transmute it. Leaving the empath completely drained, yes, and now needing to release or purify all the negative energy they have absorbed. Absolutely. This is absolutely nothing wrong with empathy. Mm. But sometimes more is needed than someone's pity and sympathy. Sometimes more is needed than their understanding. Empathetic people are compassionate people, and there is always a need for understanding what someone is going through. But empaths can literally heal when fully aware of their powers. They have a listening ear unlike any other. They can pierce into the heart and feel the energy of a person. Here's one. Let's see how she did a great job with that. Okay, let's see how this goes. Growing up as an empath, especially knowing my own experiences. Let's read. Empathetic abilities can begin in childhood. Yes, they do. Did you experience deep emotions and energy as a kid? I didn't know that was energy, but yeah, I did. Were you very sensitive to sound and violence in games or movies at a young age? It is possible for empaths' abilities to start while very young. You can receive visions, yes, 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 and feel emotions very intensely, but have no proper way to express that, considering how young you may have been and how confusing all of the things you were feeling were. Mine began around 9 years old and intensified as I got older. I think mine was much younger, definitely much younger, as long as I can remember. Anyway, the more I could express myself, the harder it was to understand what was happening. I started having intense visions of the near future when I was about 14 years old. But even younger than that, I used to walk into crowds and feel such emotion that and energy from people. I knew intently when a place or a person wasn't right without even meeting them or going to the location. Hmm. The strong sense of intuition and sense of energy tells you so much growing up. And if you learn to listen to it and develop it, oh my goodness, how often do I say since I was young, listen to your body. It tells you everything you need to know. Okay. It can help you through so many unknown paths in life. Growing up as an empath, simple experiences for others are draining and difficult for us. School may be especially difficult. Oh my goodness, Jaden. All of those kids, teachers, people, close hallways, and constant interactions can be truly overwhelming. Yeah, Jaden. Mm. Not that it's too loud per se, though it may be for some, but there is a lot of emotion involved. Yes, on top of the homework and responsibilities, it can be a lot to handle. Many parents don't know that their child have this ability. They may assume that he or she is dramatic or overly sensitive, when indeed it may actually be something more. It can be confusing, especially in the teenage years for sure, because you are turning into an adult, still learning about yourself and experiencing things that seem impossible. Most people don't believe in having visions, intuition, or the ability to actually feel energy. So it can be difficult to tell or share this with anyone, regardless of age. Still, please understand that it is indeed what it is. It is what many consider impossible. What is energy? All right. Energy is what we all are. Every human, every plant, every drink of water, every animal is all energy. The definition of energy is the strength and vitality required for sustained physical and mental activity. The law of conservation of energy states that energy can be converted in form, but not created nor destroyed. We are all life forms that are the energy. Thus, this is how we survive. Energy is like a strong force field to an empath. We feel unseen energy as clear as day. Energy, emotion, emotion is energy in motion. Huh. Emotion is energy in motion. Huh. And we feel every bit of it. Energy is found in everything: humans, plants, animals, crystals, okay, stones, rocks, the moon, and the sun. Mm, mm, mm. The chakra. What is the chakra? And how does it coincide with the topic of energy? Oh, one of my favorite subjects. Well, your chakras are said to be the energy centers in your body in which energy flows. The chakra is like a powerhouse of energy that is charged and recharged through contact with other high energy sources, such as crystals, which is why I keep them in bra, grounding stones, and people. Crystals connect your spiritual body to your physical body. At times, chakras can become blocked due to stress, emotional problems, and physical issues. Though there are seven known and often discussed chakras, there are actually 114. Wow, I thought it was less than that. I knew it was high, but I didn't know it was 114. The human body contains thousands of energy channels and is an amazing and complex form of energy. seven key chakras that are circular vortexes of energy and are placed in seven different points along the spinal column. Each chakra is connected to different organs and glands within the body. And there's a little visual. Let's show this. Emotions, emotion, and what we experience as empaths. These energy sources or channels known as chakras coincide to a high degree. You want to keep these main channels clear because they can affect daily life. Let's take, for example, the heart chakra located in the middle of the chest. According to Hindu and Buddhist traditions, it is the fourth and primary chakra. The heart chakra is associated with emotions, balance, calmness, and serenity. It in itself represents love. But coming into constant contact with negative energy can create blocks in your chakra and develop feelings of sadness, depression, and or anger. Having protection such as crystals can help reduce the amount of bad energy